Hey guys, it's Andrea with No Bucks Given. Today is going to be a budget with me day. So I'm going to go over my first paycheck for May, and then I'll look over my April paycheck from the last time, just to see what the differences was and how much I actually spent and how much I actually saved. And so if you are new, thank you so much for being here. I am so happy that I had reached 500 subscribers. That was wild. I'm still in shock, but thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate your support, and so I'll go ahead and get you zoomed in and then we'll get started. Okay, be right back. And we are back. Just a small disclaimer, if you hear any noises in the background, we're doing some laundry. So I think we're doing a few loads, but one of them is just going off right now. So if you hear that in the background, so sorry. Okay, so for the first thing that I was able to catch was my paycheck was actually more than what I had projected it to be, and that's because I had received mileage reimbursement, and so that extra went into auto. So my actual paycheck was $1,284.96. Savings challenges was the same, and the money that Jake had given me was the same. The credit card money was also the same. So if I'm doing the math, 182.96 plus 148 plus T plus 29, the total paycheck was actually $1,483.25. Okay. For utilities was the same. That one did not have a change with it, and the water was deducted from our utilities bucket, and the auto insurance was the same as well. Okay, so for the sinking funds, this is where there was a change for the auto. So the self-care was the same at $20.95. The auto received that extra $10. The leftover was just put towards rollover, or it's going to show in the rollover. Christmas was for $35. Household was for $85. Medical was still $90. Vacation was still $105. And Lily still got her $126.50. So then that would have meant that, I don't even know why I'm using the calculator for this, because I can just add the 10 and that'll give me what I want, right? But I'm going to double check myself anyway, because why not? The more practice I get with this itty bitty little calculator, the better. 126.50. Yep. So this would have been 497.45. Okay. Now for the savings also stayed the same, so none of this had a change. Credit card was still the same, the 2805. That was a horrible 8. 2805. So the only thing left that I have to do is I have to go over my food, but let me get that out really quick. I believe I have it over here. So, okay, I am back. So I had to make sure that I had the right date on my spending tracker to make sure that I was actually getting the correct totals. So the first one I have here is I have 11 for Chipotle, and then I have $8 for Trader Joe's, 17 for sushi, 53 for groceries, and then 14 for the pupusas at the Salvadorian truck, and then 16 for the pan dulce, and then 13 for the Hawaiian truck. So in total, I spent $132 for food. For home, I do not see anything here, so that is going to be at 0. Personal spending, that was going to be the Paramount. So Paramount subscription was used that for that, and I think that is it. So for personal, I just spent 8. Miscellaneous, I do not see anything, so that would be at 0. Gas, I did put the $40.31 towards my gas little bucket. And then for our other friend surprise, they did get the $10. Okay, so for spending in total, I only spent $190.31, which is not too terrible. Okay, and for anybody that's new, the gas is not necessarily what I spent in gas, it's just to replenish my like gas fund. And then the friend surprise, that was just kind of like a one-off thing. Okay, so I have all my totals, so let me go ahead and just plug these in. 1438325 bills. Oh, I didn't add up the bills, so it should be the same. 87.62.56. Yes. 143.62. So then 143.62. Sinking funds is at 497.45. Expenses was at 190.31. Savings was still at the 415, just because there wasn't any changes. Ooh, 140. Okay. Debt was 2805. Okay, so let's see what the actual was for this paycheck. Okay. 143.62, 497.45, 190.31, 415, 28.05. Okay. Oh yes. So then the actual total left over was actually $208.82, and I'm kind of curious to see if that's more or less what it was last time. Oh yeah, it was more. It was more by like $50, so that's awesome. So last time I had a rollover of 152, which most likely went to savings challenges, which essentially this rollover went to savings challenges as well. So that's a good progress. It means despite my poor planning out my budget, that is actually pretty good. Okay, so this is going to be the paycheck for the first week of May. So the numbers are going to look almost the same, except for I'm putting more away because of how much I had in my savings challenges. So that was really awesome. So the paycheck, just based off of hours, there was less hours this week, and it wasn't by too much. I'm assuming that's going to be $1,076.75. And for the savings challenges, oh man, I feel like I broke a record as far as how much I've been able to put away. $362. Yes. And then for my credit card cash, this is the money that I pull out from my envelopes whenever I use my credit card, and then I put it to the side so that way when I do get paid, I just use that money to pay off the credit card by transferring it directly from my paycheck. That one was $151. So this is going to be wild because I know I'm not going to need $362 for my variable expenses, but we'll see how much I get to put away. Okay, bills this coming paycheck. Utilities, I am going to be putting money back into my utilities. Right now we are sitting at $370 or $307.50, and so the budget I put myself for $47.50. I'll also have a phone bill that will not be taken out from the utilities. So normally I would save $90, but I'm just gonna, instead of putting the money towards the utilities and having it taken out, I'm just gonna pay the phone directly. Phone will be for $40. One bill that's gonna be taken out from my sinking fund, my medical one, is gonna be a endoscopy bill that I have. It's not I mean, I have to put, I think it's like, what is it? Like over $700 that I still have left to pay on it. But that one, I have a payment plan where I have to pay $50 a month. So that's not going to affect the budget. That's just going to be deducted as far as like what bills I have going on in this pay period. One thing I forgot to do was I forgot to add up the math of what income I have. So this is going to be $1,592.75. I'm gonna just run that really quick again to make sure I didn't have any butterfingers that touched another button. Oh wait, did I do it wrong? Did I already do it wrong? Okay. Plus 365. Oh no. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine how many people are screaming at me. 362, 151. Okay, so this is going to be 189. Great, I can read that. And then for the bills is going to be 47.50 plus 40 is 87.50 for the bills. 87.50. Great. On to the expenses. I'll have my usual. I'll have food. I'll have the household stuff. I'll have personal per use. I'll have miscellaneous, and then I'll have gas. Right now my gas is sitting pretty at 60, so I'll just kind of ruin the surprise and put that there's nothing going to be put into that. Food will get its usual 200, household will get 11, personal will get 90, and then buffer will get 25. So then that should be 326, because I am familiar with how much I pull out almost each paycheck. 326. Okay, cool. And now for the sinking funds, this is where all the magic is going to be, just from all the money I had for my savings challenges. So for sinking funds, I'm going to be depositing towards Christmas and the household. Household is different than just like our everyday needs. It's more like if we have to do any fix-its around our future home and just kind of getting us prepared for when we do purchase our first home. Medical and Lily, vacation, and last is going to be the auto one. All right, so for Christmas I'll be putting away 45. Household will be getting its usual 85. Lily is getting some extra money this time. She's going to get 132.49. She is currently getting her tune-up done. She's getting her hair done, and then she's also having a vet visit today, so that'll be great as far as having some extra money for her. Medical is going to get its usual 90, and then vacation, this one's going to be a little bit more of a priority. We have some stuff that's going to be coming up, and so I'd rather be safe than sorry, and having to pull money out for something else, I don't know. I just feel like right now we have a wedding that's coming up, and then we also are anticipating going to visit Jake's family for a week, and then there might now, instead of just having like a girls trip for myself, we might also go with our friends out to another city to hang out for some festival. So vacation got a lot of the love from the savings challenges from the past couple weeks. So the sinking funds in total is going to be 32, 49, 90 plus 230 plus 20, $602.49. Love it. Oh, I was so excited when I saw how much I had in savings challenges. I was like, oh, I already know what I'm going to do with it. It was going to go to vacation, but still, I like to see the numbers climb. Savings, we have a wedding that's going to be coming up in our wedding in next year. So we're going to have to be planning that soon. That gets its usual 240. Emergency is going to be getting a happy-go-lucky 45. Retirement, that one I currently have sitting with 135. So my monthly withdrawals are 270, so I just need the other half of that to get my 270. So 140, 45, 135, 420. Oh man, that's so insane when I'm looking at like how much I have saved between the sinking funds and the savings. I don't know, just throws me, I'm completely, the way how I budget is completely different than how it was, heck, even a year, 2 years ago. It's insane. Debt, credit card. So I did use my credit card for when we went to have Jake's birthday. And so I told him to go all out. And then I also had some of my own like personal spending. So it wasn't too much. This one is going to have 149.60, so that is going to be 149.60. And then if you look at the credit card, I accidentally put, what is it, like $2 more than what I needed, or $1 more than what I needed. So that extra dollar is just going to be, either going to be deposited or it's going to go towards the sinking funds. So let's get the totals for everything. I have 1589.75, and then I have bills is 87.50. Sinking funds is $602.49. Expenses is going to be $326. Savings is going to be $420, and then debt is going to be $149.60. So when I add everything up, let's see what the rollover is going to be. 159.75. And also, how's everybody doing? How is your budget treating you? Has everybody been able to stay within their budget, or have they been able to save more and spend less? Let me know. I'm really curious how everyone's doing. That's not right. I'm not supposed to be adding. I'm still getting used to a calculator, apparently. 602. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing with your budget. I would love to cheer you on and tell you that you're doing an amazing job. So tell me the good news. Okay, so this has $4.16 as rollover. That's not too bad. Usually there's like a, handful of dollars after, after everything is said and done. So I would like to make it more of a zero-based budget, but for $4.16, it's just going to be a buffer for something else. Okay, so I will get you zoomed in, and then we will finish this up. And we are back. So that's going to be the budget for the next couple weeks. Should be pretty straightforward. I did see that we have some stuff coming up this weekend, but it shouldn't affect the budget too much. Fingers crossed and knock on wood. So we'll see how I do this next couple weeks with the paycheck, and then I'll do a final review when I get my next one. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Sorry if it was kind of like messy. I'm still getting used to these budget with me videos. So hopefully I'll remember to be prepared next time. But I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And as always, I hope to see you guys in the next one. And thank you so much for 500 subscribers. Okay, bye.